All right, guys, we are starting corn planting. We're officially starting corn planting. Got all the beans knocked out. Josie and Spencer, they're loading the planter. I'm being lazy and talking to you guys right now. We got like 106-day corn and 105-day corn we're gonna plant here. This is third year corn on corn, which if you guys know anything about growing corn on corn, it's just a little more challenging to grow than like a corn bean rotation. So
before we get started planting corn, the day prior we had to totally clean out the planter of any soybeans left over from our last field. We popped the box off and dumped everything out. While the row unit is apart, we can switch out the bean plates for corn plates, as we were planting a quarter of the amount of seeds per acre on corn versus soybeans. All the leftover seed we didn't end up using, we put back in the pro box to be returned. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky if we have a lot left over. Also, before we even get into the field, we did a pass with the mulch finisher on this corn on corn field a day prior. That way it can air out the day after when we get to planting it. Spencer's truck is currently broke down and that has a fuel transfer tank in it. So my neighbor came in clutch and lent us a fuel trailer for a few days here, as he mainly uses it in the fall time.
Josie, how's planting season gone by so far?
It's gone pretty good.
Learning a lot?
Learning a lot, yeah. I cultivated the other day.
There we go.
But now I gotta plant.
There we go.
Sometime.
Last year I made the same mistake on this farm. We planted beans and we went to plant corn, and I didn't adjust the depth. And then I got out there, I'm like, why are these seeds so shallow? I was like, oh yeah, we had it on soybean depth. So we're adjusting the depth here of these, and we're aiming for 2 3/4 inches deep. Sometimes pushing 3. 3 is probably okay since we're so early in the season.
Grant picked up the planter, so you can drop your little guy in there and kind of check for depth. And then every row, the vacuum shuts off. He shut off the vacuum, and all the seeds that were just about to come out plopped on the ground. So you can confirm every row is planting. And then this is what it looks like when you scrape it. So you can get we're shooting for like 6.1 inches between each seed. There it's on. This planter does do quite a bit of skips and quite a bit of doubles, so it's not the premium, whatever, precision stuff.
Okay guys, we planted one end row and we didn't fill the boxes all the way, so just in case stuff went wrong, we had to rip apart boxes. And now everything's going good. I mean, absolutely perfect planting conditions. I don't want to jinx it at all in case something bad happens, but I mean, I couldn't ask for better planting conditions than this. So we're gonna fill all the boxes completely full. We have one hybrid here, 2 hybrids on the field, but we're gonna do the field half and half because they need to be planted at a different population. So we're gonna fill all the boxes, get rolling here. Planting the end rows and things are going smooth here. We're starting to get towards the middle of the field where we're away from all the end rows, and so I can actually do some checking. I always tend to, with corn on corn, go really aggressive with the row cleaners, probably too aggressive. This year I backed it off a little bit and I'm liking how it is. Let's see what we got here. I do not like this. I do not like this spot that I'm in right now. We're getting down to like a hard layer where the soil's, it's still wet underneath even though it's been dry for like 2 days. This is the stuff that's kind of tough to plant into, is this heavy black clayey soil. We're not compacting the sidewall. It's still kind of moist, honestly, like underneath a little bit. Everything's going real smooth here. Knocked out the end rows and we got about 20 acres done on this field here. So the bottom down here gets a little wet. That's how it always is. It hasn't rained in 2 weeks and it's still a little moist down at the bottom. Like I said, this field needs pattern tile. Plan is to get 40 acres done tonight, and I don't have the bags for the other 40 acres. They're at the shed still. And then we'll plant the other 40 in the morning, and then head to the 80 that Spencer's doing. We'll plant probably 40 acres at that 80, and then get it ready for the plot the next day, because we're gonna put a plot in the next day. I want to get at least half that farm planted. I was just on the phone with Spencer, and having 2 tractors, we're so much more efficient. Oh my, hands down, like we are flying through planting right now with running 2 tractors. It's like the field cultivator is staying ahead, and then we'll hopefully have a window here to get spraying, most likely too, because that's one thing we really need to get doing. before we get some rain here. So this is Wiffle's 4439. I think it's like 105 or 106 day hybrid. I haven't planned anything earlier than 109 ever. So this is going to be pretty early for me, but we're planning at 35,000. And then the next hybrid we have, we're going to actually push the population to like 36.5. These hybrids really don't flex that much. And so I've never pushed population to 36.5. We're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to get out. We're going to check, making sure we're doing a good job here. I like brown dirt better than black dirt. As a farmer, you always think black dirt, like dark black dirt is better. No, it's like too clay. You can't screw up brown dirt like this. And this is kind of top of a ridge where it's a little browner. It's tough to screw it up. It doesn't have as much organic matter, so if you get a drought, yeah, but it's tough to screw up planting in brown dirt. The perfect dirt's probably 3.5% organic matter, probably 20 CEC. I would say that would be my perfect dirt. The next farm we're going to, 3.5% organic matter farm, and the CEC is on average right around 21. So it's like perfect. 2.5, 2 3/4. That's kind of where we want it. That's looking good. Everything's checking out. That seed size is planting really good. Not too many skips, not too many multiples. It seems like, at least from what I can tell digging, so we're gonna keep rolling here.
While I was knocking out half of this field, Spencer took over for my dad and finished up cultivating the field we will plant tomorrow and are set up real good before we get some rain chances coming up here in a couple days.
So last night Grant got half the field done and he ran out of that hybrid of seed. So I'm gonna grab half this pallet, 18 bags. Today the temperatures dropped quite a bit and it's really windy because of that. And then they're talking a chance for rain middle week.
I got Spencer going on the planter this morning. He just finished the first 80 of corn. We have another 80 we're gonna do here and we're gonna start. We're gonna do like 60 of the 80 acres probably, and then mark out a plot because we're putting in a big hybrid plot on this farm also. Hopefully knock out a lot today. Start the plot tomorrow at 8 a.m. with some help of a couple guys. And we have one 80 acre field left, and that's the field we pattern tiled. But we haven't gotten a rain since we pattern tiled it. And so we made the call just to hold off, not plant it, not work down any of the lines, because it'd be really nice to get a rain on it and settle all the lines. Hopefully we can still get it in late April and get it planted. I went and got a lot of chemical because we haven't done any spraying yet, and we're gonna have a nice day to spray here coming up. So we are way ahead of schedule. Like, things are just rolling so smooth this planting season. It's April 14th. Heck, we're gonna be close to finish with what we gotta finish by April 14th. All the beans and corn, and that's probably due to having two tractors instead of switching out implements all the time. And we don't farm that many acres total, so it's not like we farm a ridiculous amount of acres.
I just got done planting our first cornfield, heading to the second one right now. I just got to the field, getting the planter unfolded here. It's Grant with the seed. Looks like you brought the trailer.
Okay guys, so we're about to start the next 80 acre farm. This is a farm I bought this summer, and it's bean stubble. It's a high quality farm, good CSR2, good fertility. We limed it. This is the farm I'm gonna push the crop and enter into the total acre program to kind of push the crop a little more. As long as we come out with a good stand, we have good weather. Long maturity hybrids should perform pretty good. Perfect planting conditions, and we're getting an early start to planting here. Excited to see what it does. Okay, so I'm gonna do something here. We're planting along my neighbor to the south, and it's kind of a new fence line here, new fence row. Since I just bought the farm, we kind of had to just like kind of eyeball the fence line based off a couple posts. And he plants with a 12-row planter too. So I'm gonna go on a guidance line, but I'm gonna drop my marker down, and then hopefully he can plant based off my marker, and that way we have a perfect 30-inch gap between our planter passes for our fence line. This is probably the best planting conditions field we've had. For corn, at least. Corn on corn is really tough to plant always. Like, nobody gets it perfect. But conditions are looking absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for better conditions, so we're gonna keep on planting here and see what we can get done. I'm taking it pretty slow. We're not in any rush because this is the last field. Going 4.6, planting beautifully back there. Even through the low spots, we have dust coming off the planter. It's not too wet at all. Got about 20 acres done and can plant about 20 more probably before we run out of seed. And I'm just gonna call it for the night because then we gotta put the plot in the morning and then kind of plant around the plot after, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Although we are supposed to get some rain here in about 2 or 3 hours, so hopefully we don't get too much rain, otherwise we won't be able to put in that plot.
Now it's the next morning. We're gonna be putting in a corn plot. Ran it totally empty. We're just getting the last little bit out now, vacuuming it. It'll be 1,000 feet long. I think there's 20 different varieties. We're gonna do 6 rows for each variety, so we'll do 10 passes with the planter. So this will take much longer than that bean plot we put in. I think if you've been watching the channel last year, Grant did a corn plot as well. This one's in a really good spot. Last year, the corn plot, it was a really wet year. It had some standing water for a bit of the year. And then it's nice, we have a nice access to this field too. So should go better than last year. So then each time we come to the end, we gotta vacuum out whatever's left in the boxes and then put the new seed in, and that way we know we're planting the right stuff.
Got a bunch of channel, DeKalb, Whiffles, good dirt, perfect planting conditions. Hopefully we get some rain, and we're just gonna push this plot and just see what happens here with this plot. So it's kind of the plan.
Oh, he made it. We were trying to see if he could get over that without picking up. All right, so we're going to this end, and then the Ranger with the vacuum is working pretty good, a lot faster than last year.
We knocked out the corn plot an hour faster than last year with lots of good help. Spencer finished up the last 20 acres of that field as I headed out to shop for a sprayer trailer. We got all the fields planted that we were hoping on planting, and we have one field left that we want to actually get rain on before we plant that field. Now we'll have a nice window to get all the spraying done on both bean and corn acres. This year I need to find my own tender trailer to be totally self-sufficient. So far this spring, I honestly can't complain. We've had great weather, dry conditions, I mean, absolutely dream perfect plant conditions. So hopefully this continues with a couple of nice light rains. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.